Luxury brands are nervous, and it all started with one car from China. The Huawei Mextro S800 didn't just launch into the market, it shook the entire industry. Not because it's electric, and not because it's fast, but because it exposed something Europe wasn't ready to admit. Luxury has changed, and the old kings are falling behind. For decades, Germany owned luxury. Mercedes, BMW, Audi, heritage, badges, and history were the formula. Then the Mextro S800 appeared, and suddenly that formula stopped working. This wasn't China asking for permission, this was China rewriting the rules. From the outside, the S800 looks confident, sharp, and deliberate. No flashy gimmicks, no desperation, just a car that already knows it's ahead. But the real shock begins inside. This isn't a cabin, it's a digital sanctuary. The moment the doors close, the car reacts to you. Seats adjust in real time to your posture, lighting shifts based on your breathing and mood, and the dashboard becomes one seamless glass interface responding to gestures, eye movement, even tone of voice. Reviewers quietly said the same thing. This doesn't feel like a car, it feels alive. What truly hurt Europe was this. Huawei didn't copy luxury, they engineered it. Instead of obsessing over traditional leather, the S800 uses temperature-adaptive fabrics, advanced acoustic materials that create near-total silence, and airflow that moves like waves rather than vents. This is luxury not built on tradition, but on intelligence. Then came the price, and that's when everything cracked. Everyone expected a six-figure number to match European flagships. Instead, Huawei dropped a price that made German luxury uncomfortable. Same class, more technology, more comfort, more intelligence, for significantly less money. Buyers didn't hesitate or feel guilty, they were excited. Forums exploded, test drives turned into orders, and brand loyalty, the foundation Europe relied on, began to break. Because once customers experience more for less, there's no going back. Inside European boardrooms, panic followed. Sales projections slipped, dealers started hearing a dangerous question. Why am I paying more for less? Executives moved from denial to excuses to emergency meetings, pouring billions into software programs that should have been finished years ago. But money couldn't fix the real issue, culture. European luxury was built on slow cycles, committees, and tradition. China builds fast, iterates faster, and lives inside technology. That's why the real battlefield isn't engines anymore, it's software. When engineers dissected the Mextro S800, they realized something terrifying: this car learns. It adapts driving behavior, updates comfort profiles, and improves over time through cloud intelligence. Luxury is no longer leather and chrome. Luxury is intelligence that evolves, and China had a head start. As China's domestic luxury market slowed and younger buyers became cautious, brands looked outward, to Dubai, London, Paris, and Los Angeles. Surprisingly, buyers listened. Skeptical dealers became believers, orders grew, and perceptions shifted. But growth brought risk. Supply chains tightened, chip access became political, rare earth materials turned into bargaining weapons, and luxury cars became geopolitical assets. Governments stepped in with tariffs, investigations, and security concerns, yet demand didn't disappear, because the deeper shift was already complete. Consumers stopped buying badges and started buying experiences. Prestige no longer came from history, it came from how a car made you feel every single day. And that terrified legacy brands the most, because once loyalty breaks, it rarely comes back. Factories moved, jobs felt pressure, communities worried, and power began reallocating. The Huawei Mextro S800 didn't just introduce a new car, it introduced a new definition of luxury: borderless, software-driven, intelligent. The future of luxury won't belong to the oldest name, but to the smartest system, and that future is already here. So the real question is simple: would you switch from a German badge to a Chinese flagship if it gave you more for less? Yes or no, and why? Drop it in the comments. And if you want to stay ahead of what's coming next, like, subscribe, and stay sharp, because this shift isn't slowing down.